makes all them places go. Say welcome to the Ernest Bigot Show. Middle initial K once, not
3 times, fool.
Hey y'all, it's your favorite Democrat strategist, Ernest Bigot here, with an update on our boy P. Diddy, who randomly seems to be in trouble with the law. Does that mean that he did something wrong? Why, sure it does, of course. But we've known about his little antics here for years. And what I want you to understand is that recently, somewhat quietly, Mr. Diddy started to become enamored, like other black men in the hip-hop business, with Donald J. Trump. And what we as Democrats need y'all to understand is that we own. Let me explain, by which I mean in political terms, the black vote. Historically, 90% of y'all have voted blue. And that's the way it's been since the great Lyndon Baines Johnson, God rest his soul, had the amazing idea to break up your families, getting the black women to marry the state via welfare versus a man. Make y'all relying on us versus self-sufficiency. And like he said, and remember here, I'm just quoting, I'll have those niggas voting Democrat for the next 200 years. Damn straight. That's the way it should be. But suddenly, some of y'all don't seem to be satisfied with what we've been giving you. I thought that we had this problem solved and we could just throw you a few crumbs every 4 years, every election cycle. But now some of y'all, I don't understand it, are getting uppity. You think because people like Candace Owens, Zuby, Larry Elder, the black face of white supremacy, according to the Los Angeles Times, I like that line. I wish I had thought of it. And Thomas Sowell were able to step off the plantation that you are able to as well. Frankly, we don't even pay attention to those ingrates anymore because they're too intellectual for most of y'all and hold no sway. But when gangsters and rappers, by which I mean people with real sway in the black community, start thinking for themselves and waking up the rest of y'all, now that we have a real problem with. So when we have our man Bill Maher asking, begging, pleading for a man like rapper Killer Mike to make a public pronouncement endorsing our puppet, good old Scranton Joe.
What are your feelings on the election coming up? I mean, Biden and Trump, are you as depressed about that as most people as a choice?
My feeling is pick your policy, not your person. Find out, this is not the Dallas Cowboys versus your favorite team. This is the policies that will affect our generations for the next 20, 30, 40 years to come. So close your eyes, listen to the policies that are being pushed, and pay attention even to the people who don't have a chance of winning because they're going to say policies you may want to push. And I would say do that, but make it policy-based.
So that means you're for...
That means I'm for black people and happy Black History Month.
But you're not saying one candidate over the other?
Hey man, my nigga, you ain't gonna get me in no trouble tonight.
No, that's your job with me, to get me in trouble.
My grandfather gave me some stellar advice sometimes. He said, son, sometimes you just gotta know to stay out of white folks' business. And this time, I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. I still like the policy that the old man had that I was supporting. I would encourage people to find who's supporting that policy and see what happens.
But you can't get yourself to say vote for Biden over Trump?
You want me to list it now? So now
I'm just saying that.
Can he get himself to apologize for the crime bill?
The message was clear. The request couldn't have been more obvious. And the boy couldn't even stuff down his ego and say, yes, sir, I'm a voting for Joe. Well, let me ask you what happened to him a few days later. Arrested. Coincidence? I think not. So let's circle on back to P. Diddy here. Everyone knows what he did. Long, long ago, we was aware, but we didn't care. But suddenly this man with some influence in the black voting community gets all Trump curious, and we got to nail him. We got to demonstrate what a horrible individual and choice this might be, set an example to keep the rest of y'all in line. Why didn't we go after him earlier, you might ask? It's a silly question. Let me ask you, why would we go after an ally? We had the goods on Epstein. It just wasn't convenient to off him earlier when he was a good little Democrat worker bee, doing our little dirty work. What I found funny is that some of y'all still think that he truly hung himself. Really? So now, P. Diddy is being investigated for crimes that we was aware of for eons. Once again, you can do the crime if you endorse blue all the time. So y'all just keep that in mind when you're thinking of putting on a red hat or voting for a man with 91 indictments who we managed to get fines of hundreds of millions of dollars for absolutely nothing. Because if we can get to him, an ex-president, and a black man like P. Diddy and Killer Mike, what do you think that we're going to do to you? So look, let's solve this amicably. Y'all just stay in line on the plantations and we'll take care of you. I promise. I'm Democrat strategist Ernest Bigot, and I approve this message.
Hey y'all, I'm not really a bigot. I just play one on TV. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, subscribe and share this video.